Hello, my dear student friends. Welcome you all to the new chapter number third. Okay, so we are going to discuss chapter number third. Okay, so in the previous lecture, I have forwarded or I have given you the link of the Dr. Priki Biswas sir, right? Who is a professor in IIT Kharagpur, right? And you have listened that or we have watched that video, right? Related to the filtering. Okay, so we are going to start that filtering. Okay, so here in this chapter we will be discussing how we can go for the filtering of the image. Okay, so this is nothing but image filtering. Okay, chapter number third, image filtering, right? So you might have studied what is filter. Okay, so filter is a thing or the this is the actually a device which is going to remove unwanted signals or unwanted things from the required things, right? So you might have studied again low pass filter, high pass filter. Yes, so filter is nothing but what? Filter is a circuit or a technique which removes unwanted signal or things from the desired one. It is the generalized definition of filter, right? Okay, so filter is a circuit or a technique which removes unwanted signal or things from the desired one, right? Okay, so there are different types of filtering in case of our electronics, right? So that is termed as a low pass filter. Yes, so low pass filter, it is going to pass only low frequencies. Okay, so you know this very well, right? But still, as we are starting with this chapter, so let us discuss that again. Okay, then high pass filter. Okay, so this is nothing but a high pass filter. So the low pass filter is nothing but it is going to pass low frequencies. Okay, pass low frequencies. Okay, and high pass filter is nothing but it is going to pass high frequencies and it will block low frequencies. Okay, in case of image processing, this low pass filter is called as smoothing operation or blurring operation. Image smoothing. Okay, so remember that in case of image processing, it is called as image smoothing whenever we are going to go for low pass filtering, right? And whenever we are going for the high pass filtering, then it is called as image sharpening. Okay, right. And while discussing your sampling technique, right, while we were discussing about the sampling or converting the analog image into the digital image, we said that before going for sampling, we used to blur the image by by passing through low pass filter. Okay, passing through low pass filter. Why? Because we want to avoid the problems which are caused due to the high frequency components present into that uh, image, right? So that is nothing but aliasing effect, right? Yes. So in order to avoid the aliasing effect and all these things, we are going to pass the image through low pass filter so that we can blur out the high image. We can blur out the image and we can reduce the high frequencies present into that particular image. Okay, fine. So now let us discuss what exactly we are going to perform in this filtering. Okay, so remember that filtering consists of two mechanisms. Okay, so spatial filtering. Spatial. What do you mean by spatial? Spatial means XY coordinate related filtering. Okay, fine. So spatial filtering can be done with the help of two mechanisms. One is nothing but neighborhood. Okay, so one is nothing but a neighborhood type of method. Okay, So in most of the cases we are going to consider a small rectangular type of filtering mask, okay, and with the help of that rectangular filter mask we are going to perform the operation of filtering, okay. Or there are some predefined filters are also available in case of your MATLAB or Octave, okay. So either we can go for the neighborhood type of filtering or we can use a predefined filter mask, okay. So there are predefined filter masks also available, and we are going to study that theoretically as well as practically, okay. Don't worry about it. So predefined operation that can be performed on the image, okay, fine. So we can perform the filtering based on that. Either we can have a neighborhood type of small rectangular type of filtering method or filtering mask, or predefined filter mask are also available into the image processing softwares, okay. So those filtering masks also we can use, okay. So in case of your mobile, if you are going to have the, let us say you are taking selfie and then you are going to apply some filter, or while taking images itself or while taking the selfie itself you used to have different kind of filtering mask, right? So those are nothing but your predefined operations or predefined filter mask which are available into your that software, right, or application. Is that fine? So those are nothing but your predefined operation or predefined filter mask that we can let us say black and white filtering mask or vintage type of filtering mask, like that, okay. So there are different types of predefined filter masks are also available in case of your applications, okay. So in this case of your MATLAB or Octave, we also do have some kind of predefined filter mask, and we can use that and we can go for the filtering, okay. So this is nothing but right now we are talking about the spatial filtering, that is nothing but we can also call this as a time domain filtering, okay. So time domain we can call it as, and then we can go for a frequency domain filtering as well, okay. So right now we are performing spatial filtering, okay, and that can be treated as a time domain filtering, okay. Great. So let us discuss what exactly means of linear filtering. Okay. So I hope you know what is linear and non-linear. Okay. So if the operation is linear, then that type of filtering is nothing but called as a linear filtering, right? So remember that whenever we are going to perform filtering, the new values for that particular, let us say gray level intensity or for that particular pixel, okay. So that will be assigned, okay, based on the performance or calculations of the that particular filtering mask over that particular range of the pixels, okay, fine. So the filtering creates a new pixel with coordinates equal the to the coordinates of the center of the neighborhood, and whose values that we are going to compute by the performing operation, that is nothing but filtering, okay. So definitely don't worry about what exactly how we are going to perform the filtering and all these things. We are going to do it in this lecture, okay, fine. So a process that is nothing but a filtering on image, if it is a linear, then this type of filter is called as a linear filter, okay. If it is not linear, then definitely it is a non-linear type of filtering, okay. So remember that if the process is linear, then we can call that as a linear filtering. If it is not, then it is non-linear type of filtering. Are you getting it? Okay. So let us say that this is my image, fine. Okay, so let us say this is nothing but an image, and let me draw this as a rows and columns so that we can find out pixels. Is that fine? Okay, so let us say this is nothing but an image onto which we are going to apply, let us say, first type of filtering, okay. So that is nothing but neighborhood type of filter mask we are going to use, okay, fine. So suppose this is nothing but my image, okay, fine, and let us say a filter mask, okay. This is nothing but a small rectangular type of filter mask. Are you getting it? Let us say this is of 3 by 3, okay, fine. So this is nothing but your filter mask, okay. sorry, not mark, it is filter mask. Okay, it is sometimes also called as filter template, or it is also called as kernel. Okay, so you may heard different words related to the mask, template, or kernel. So remember that whenever it is related to your this type of rectangular shape, then that is called as filter mask or filter template or filter kernel. Okay, so let us say w. Okay, so w of, let us say this is nothing but xy, or let us say 0 0. Fine, then it can be, okay, so let us say this is nothing but my 0 row and 0 column. Okay, this is my current pixel. Okay, or this is the center of my mask. Okay, so let us say this is nothing but the center of mask, and we are going to work on this. Okay, so center of filter mask. Okay, fine. So therefore we are going treating this as nothing but the 0th row and 0th column. Then what it will be? It will be minus 1 row and minus 1 column. So this location will be minus 1 1, right? So w of minus 1 1. Then this is nothing but w of minus 1 comma 0, right? Yes, and this is nothing but 1. Okay, so minus 1 comma 1. So these are nothing but the coordinates, right? Yes, so coordinates of this particular filter mask. Okay, over here, what is that? It is 0 comma minus 1. Okay, 0 0 is over here, then 0 comma 1. Okay, then this one will be what? It is 1 comma minus 1, right? Sorry, so 1 comma minus 1. Then this is nothing but what? Okay, so this is 0, 1 comma minus 1. Then what about this? 1 comma 0, and this one will be 1 comma 1. So these are the coordinates of these particular pixels of your filter mask. Okay, and let us say this is nothing but my center element onto which I am going to overlap this center of your mask. Okay, so let us say this is nothing but my xy coordinates right now. Okay, so let us say this is nothing but my f, and this is nothing but my w of 0 0 0 comma 0. Okay, so this is nothing but my image. Let us say image is of f of xy. Okay, and this filter mask is, let us say, starting at, or the center is at 0 0. Okay, fine. So let us say this is nothing but my x over here and y over here. Okay, then what will be the coordinates for this one? X minus 1, y minus 1, right? So this is nothing but y minus 1, this is nothing but x minus 1. Okay, because why we are considering these elements also? Because we are going to overlap this over here. Okay, so remember that this will be like that. We are going to overlap on this my image. Okay, so this is our image, right? On this image we are going to overlap, and we are going to perform the multiplication of this pixel value with this, added with this multiplication of this pixel value with this, plus multiplication of this element with this pixel value, plus multiplication of this pixel value with this pixel value, and likewise we are going to continue. Okay, so you might have studied about correlation, convolution, different methodologies, right? So we are going to perform linear correlation or linear convolution. Okay, so those type of filtering methods also we are going to adopt, or we are going to learn in a upcoming slides or upcoming sessions. Is that fine? Okay, so remember that we are going to apply this filter mask on this particular image, and we are going to change, or we are going to slide this our center of our this filter mask on, let us say, starting from this image. So we are going to compute the this multiplication and addition, and finally we will be getting, after performing the filtering mask, we will be getting the value for this particular pixel. Then we are going to move this center of this pixel or this mask, filter mask, on this particular area, and then we are going to compute again similar kind of process, and then we'll calculate the value of this pixel. Okay, then we are going to move this filter mask over here, and then we'll calculate this process. Okay, so we'll see this process one by one. Okay, but the thing is that you must understand what exactly we are going to perform in case of this spatial filtering. Are you getting it? So remember that in case of spatial filtering, we are going to select first filter mask. Okay, we have an image, right? And once we have an image, we are going to select a filter mask, and that filter mask we are going to operate on the particular entire area of our image, and we are going to find out the different values, that is nothing but the filtered values of the original image, and that image, the filtered image, is called as the filtered image, right? Or after performing the filtering operation on that particular image, we will be getting a new image, that is nothing but my low pass filtered image or high pass filtered image, like that. Is that fine? I hope the fundamental of filtering you have understood it. Yes, have you understood it? Okay, fine. Then this is nothing but, yes, you know that what is filtering mask, what is template, kernel, and all these things. Okay, now let us represent this in a mathematical form. Okay, so let us represent this in a mathematical form. So remember that g of xy is nothing but the output or filtered image pixel value, okay, at coordinates x and y. Okay, so this is nothing but f of x minus 1 comma y minus 1 multiplied with w of minus 1 comma minus 1 plus, are you getting it? What is this? This is nothing but, okay, now have a look of this. So this filter mask is over here right now. Okay, are you getting it? And the corresponding coordinates for this particular pixel is nothing but what? X of minus 1, sorry, f of x minus 1 comma y minus 1. Are you getting it? So this coordinate is this pixel value is multiplied with this one. Are you getting it? So this is multiplication, isn't it? Yes, and it will be added with the next one. So this is nothing but g of x minus 1 comma y. Okay, so this is nothing but f of x minus 1 comma y multiplied with this one now. Okay, so this is nothing but w of minus 1 comma 0 plus the next pixel. Now this one is, okay, so this is nothing but what? F of x minus 1 y plus 1. Are you getting it now? Okay, so this is nothing but input image, the coordinates of that image is nothing but f of x minus 1 comma y plus 1 multiplied with, now with which element we are going to multiply? Okay, so this is nothing but the pixel to which we are going to multiply with this particular pixel, right? So that is nothing but w of minus 1 comma 1. Are you getting it? And similarly rest of others. Now it has been completed first row, right? Now let us come to this point. So we are going to do the multiplication of now this element with this particular pixel value, right? So what is the coordinate values now? F of x comma y minus 1. Are you getting it? Because right now this is nothing but x row, right? And this is nothing but y minus 1 column. Okay, multiplied with this element, that is nothing but x of 0 comma w of 0 comma minus 1, right? Plus f of x comma y multiplied with w of 0 comma 0 plus f of x comma y plus 1 into w of 0 comma 1, and likewise, okay, plus so on up to, now let us write this final element. Okay, so this one is the element. Okay, so f of x plus 1 comma y plus 1 into w of 1 comma 1. Are you getting it? So this is nothing but the generalized equation of getting the value for particular pixel, that is g of xy. Are you getting it? So likewise we are going to do the multiplication and addition, that is nothing but the sum of products of all the pixel elements with the mask elements, and then we are going to get the new pixel value. Let us say it may be a 105, it may be a 106, likewise we will be getting that values. Okay, so that value we are going to put it at that place, and such operation is going to result, or we are going to repeat this process on each pixel, and then we will be getting a newly filtered image. Are you getting it? Okay, now let us understand first. Okay, now wait a minute. Okay, now remember that the filter mask will have the sizes as m is equals to 2a plus 1 and n is equals to 2b plus 1, right? So if let us say a is equals to 1, a is equals to n, b is equals to 1, then what will be the size of this? This is nothing but 2 plus 1, that is nothing but 3, m is of 3 and n is also of 3, right? So remember that your filter mask have the order of 3 by 3. Okay, that means this is nothing but my filter mask, right? Right now we had this, right? And the size of that was nothing but what? It was order of 3 by 3. So total 9 pixels were there, right? Okay, and you can have also weighted filtering. Okay, so weighted filtering and all these things that we are going to discuss in the upcoming next few minutes. Okay, fine. So generalized equation can be written for the particular pixel g of xy is nothing but like this summation. So all these are nothing but the discrete quantities, right? So remember that whenever the discrete quantities are there, you are going to definitely use the summation, right? So summation s is equals to a to minus a to a, sorry, minus a to a, and summation t goes from minus b to b. Okay, so these are nothing but your a and b's, right? Okay, or you can call this as nothing but this one. Okay, fine. And this is nothing but filtering mask, that is w s comma t multiplied with your image f s plus s x plus s comma y plus t. Okay, so this is nothing but your generalized equation where x and y are coordinates, where x comma y are varied so that, or changed so that we can visit or every element, each pixel, rather we can call each pixels to get filtered. Okay, okay, in your image, okay, fine. Now let us discuss linear filtering. Okay, so let us first understand what is linear operations. Okay, so linear operations, you might have studied correlation, right, and convolution. What is correlation? Correlation is nothing but overlapping the, let us say we have, I hope you might have studied overlap, add, overlap, save, and all these things methods, right? Okay, so let us say this is nothing but my let us say this is my one-dimensional data. Okay, and I have one mask over this. Then I'm going to overlap this mask over here, and I'm going to perform product of sum. That is nothing but my correlation. And the convolution is nothing but what? So this is nothing but, let us say my x, okay, x of n, let us say, and this is nothing but my h of n, right? And In case of convolution, what we used to do, let us say this is nothing but y of n is equals to summation of x of n into h of n, right? And convolution, we can call this as nothing but y of n is equals to summation goes from let us say summation x of n into h of n minus something, let us say L. Okay, write that. Okay, so that means we used to rotate that this filter mask or this, let us say, impulse response, right? So we used to rotate it, isn't it, in case of your convolution, right? You already studied this. Okay, now let us understand how this correlation and convolution works in case of your one dimensional, and then we'll go for the our two-dimensional image, right? Okay, so let us understand this convolution and correlation. So remember that correlation is nothing but, okay, there are two closely related concepts that must be understood first. Okay, so that is nothing but the correlation. It is nothing but the process of moving the filter mask over a given data, right? And then we are going to compute the sum of products. Okay, sorry, not product of sums, it is the sum of product, sorry, and each location, and then we are going to compute this correlation. Then convolution is the method in which we are going to rotate our that is filter mask by 180 degree, and we are going to perform the same operation as that of your correlation. Only the thing is that we are going to rotate the filter mask over here in case of convolution. That is the only simple change. Okay, so let us perform that. Okay, so let us understand this with the help of one example. Okay, so let us first understand correlation first. Okay, so let us say we have a data that is nothing but, let us say, one dimensional data is there, 0 0. Let me take this. So this is my data, and let us say this is my origin or starting point. Okay, and let us have a filter mask that is W. Okay, so this is nothing but my W, 1 2 3 4, 1 2 3 2 8. Okay, so this is my image, or let us say filter mask. Okay, so this is my filter mask, or let us say impulse response, h of n, something that you used to call, and this is nothing but, let us say, x of n. Okay, and this is nothing but my origin. Okay, so let us say this is nothing but my origin. Fine. So if I want to overlap over here, what we need to do, I need to place this 8 over here, so that I need to go for the zero padding. So I need to go for zero padding, right? Because if this is my origin, then I need to accommodate these 4 elements, because I need to visit each and every element of this particular given data, right? So remember that right now this is my origin of our let us say h of n. Then in that case, if I'm going to put it over here, then what is going to happen? The problem is that I don't have this data. Okay, so for that purpose I need to go for the zero padding. Okay, so ultimately I will be making 4 more zeros. Okay, and this is my now origin, so that I can compute the correlation. Is that fine? Rest of all other terms are as it is. Okay, now 1 2 3 2 and 8. So perform the multiplication, it will result to 0. Okay, so let us say result of this is nothing but for this now. Okay, I'll be writing only result. Okay, so 0 multiplied with 8, 1 multiplied with 0, 2 multiplied with 0, 3 multiplied with 0, 2 multiplied with 0, 8 multiplied with 0 is 0, right? So that's why let us say this is nothing but my output is 0. Okay, their product and sum we are going to write it over here. Okay, so sum of products we are going to write it. So all the sum product are 0, and their sum is also becoming 0, right? Now let us move this to this position now. Okay, okay, fine. Then 0 0 0 0 0 0 0 1 1 2 3 4. Sorry, I forgot to write it. Okay, now this 0 will be at this position 8. Okay, so 2, 3, 2, 1. Okay, now we have moved to next data point. Okay, so again perform it. The addition or the result will be product and their sum is going to become 0 again. Is that fine? Okay, now again move the this 8 or this origin at this position. Okay, so let me write it was 1 0 0 0. Only 4 points are important, rest of others I can skip it. Okay, now 8 is at this position 3 sorry 2 3 2. Let us take one more 0 and 1. Now perform the product and perform their additions. This is also going to become 0, isn't it? Okay, now the next thing is what? We need to take this 8 to the position of your 1. Okay, so 1 0 0 0 0, right? And now let us perform. This is nothing but 8 2 3 2 1 0 0 0 0. What will be the output? Output will be 8, right? So let us write this 0 over here. Now let us write it 8. Okay, great. Now again shift this to this next position. Okay, then 2 will be overlapped with this one and then it is going to get multiplied. So can I write it over here 2? Yes, of course. Now again shift that 8 to this position. Now the 3 will be at this one position and then their multiplication is going to occur, and because of that the result will be 3 because rest of all others are 0, right? Again now let us move this 8 to this position. Fine, then this 2 will be overlapping to 1 and their product will be there and therefore it is going to become 2. And finally let's move to this point and again we need to go for the further 4 zeros for 0 padding and we can go for the finding out the other values. Okay, so these are nothing but again rest of other values. So after performing the correlation I will be getting this as my result. Are you getting it? This is nothing but the result of your correlation. Okay, hope you understood this. Is that fine? Okay, now let us understand what is convolution with the same example. Okay, so let us take this one, convolution. So 1 2 3 1 1 2 3 4, right? So this is nothing but my origin of my, let us say, image, and let us say W filter mask as like that of your original mask. Okay, 1 2 3 2 8, and now we are going to rotate it by 180 degree. What do you mean by rotation of 180 degree? That means we are going to take a mirror image, right? So after taking mirror image, what is going to happen? 8 will be coming at the first position, then 2, then 3, then 2 and 1. Is that fine? And now we are going to perform convolution. Okay, fine. So again we need to go for the 0 padding by 4 zeros before this one. Okay, then after 3 zeros 1 1 2 3 4, and again after this there must be 4 zeros, right? Okay, now let us overlap this 8 2 3 2 and 1. Sorry, this must not be there. Okay, fine. Now let us perform the operation, perform the product sum of products. Okay, your answer will be what? 0 because all zeros are there. Okay, now move it to this point, then also the answer will be 0. Then move it to this point, also the answer will be 0. Then go to this point. Now 1 multiplied with 1 and rest of other zeros are there. Then shift that 1 now to this position. Okay, now 2 into 1 is 2, rest of others are 0. Then shift this 1 to this position. Now the 3 is overlapped with 1 and therefore 1 into 3 is 3, and likewise 2 and 8 finally, and again 4 zeros are there, right? So this is nothing but the output of convolution. I hope you got it. Okay, now just we have seen how to apply or how to go for the correlation and convolution method, okay, in a one dimension. Now let us go for convolution and correlation. Okay, first we'll go for the correlation in two dimensional, right? So two dimensional correlation we are going to perform now. Okay, so let us say there is an image. Okay, so let us say there is an image having values as 0 0, okay, 5, let us say this is 1. Okay, so we'll understand with this example. Okay, so right now 5 by 5 image is there. Okay, so this image is of 5 by 5. Okay, the size of image is 5 by 5, and let us say a filter mask 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 and 9. Let us say this filter mask is of 3 by 3. Okay, and we are going to perform the correlation of this W over this, let us say F. Okay, for that purpose again we need to go for the zero padding. Okay, so why we how much zero padding or how much rows and columns we must pad, that can be given by m minus 1 is equals to 3 minus 1. Wait a minute. Okay, so how many number of rows we need to go for the zero padding? Two number of rows and n minus 1 columns. So again 3 minus 1. So remember that here m and n are the values of rows and columns of your filter mask. Okay, so remember that this is nothing but your m and n. Okay, so m and n is nothing but the rows and columns of your filter mask, right? So those many number of rows and those many number of columns we need to go for the zero pattern in case of your image, right? So the new image after zero padding can be found out like this. So right now how many number of rows are there? There are number of 5 rows and 5 columns, right? Now this image will have 7 number of rows and 7 number of columns. So remember that 7 zeros we must write now. 5 6 7. Okay, like that. 0 1 2 3 4 5 6. Let me take it. 1 7, right? 1 2 3 4 5 6 7. Sorry, these two zeros must not be there. Okay, is it fine? So 1 2 3 4 5 6. Okay, 1 2 3 4 5 6. 1 2 3 4 5 6 7. 1 2 3 4 5 6 7. And over here 1 2 2 3. Okay, 1 2 3 4 5 6 and 7. So this is my new image of 7 by 7. Okay, and now I am going to apply the operation. Okay, so now why we have gone for this zero padding? Because if I need to overlap this center element on this particular center element, I need to have the some values over here, right? So those values we have marked it. Our original image is nothing but like that. Okay, so let me show you my original image. Okay, so this is nothing but our original image. Remember this one. Right? So remember that this is our original image, right? So I hope sorry, something is wrong. This is my original image. Okay, 5 by 5. Okay, is that fine? So this is our original image actually, yes or no? Just have a look of this. Okay, so this is nothing but my original image, and if I want to have overlapping of this, I must get these three terms, no? Because I am going to overlap 3 by 3 over here. This is my first element of my original image, this one is okay. So this is my this element, and if I am going to overlap this 5 on this 0, then I must have this and this, and then only I can compute the values. Otherwise I don't know what are the values, and so I cannot go for the filtering out. Okay, so either I can go for zero padding, or I can go for the replicating the values. So I can replicate these values, right? So what kind of replication, different methods that we know, that we used to have in case of programming, that we will be discussing while we go for the programming. Okay, so whenever we are going for the filtering of going for the real-time filtering of our image, while performing that program, then we'll be discussing what kind of different methods of increasing the size of your original image. Okay, so just like your zero padding. Okay, fine. So replicate and all these functions are available, so that we are going to use at the time of your programming. Okay, so right now remember that this 5 is overlapped over here. Okay, so this is my 5 now. Okay, so let me write it. This is like this. Okay, so this is 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9. Okay, so right now this is belongs to this has been overlapped. Okay, and whenever I am going to compute this, I'll be getting what? This as 0, right? This is going to become 0. Now let us highlight over here. Let me take this new color. Okay, so my new overlapping area will be this. Are you getting it? Okay, so right now this is my current pixel on which I have overlapped this 5. Okay, so 147 is over here. 147 will be overlapped with this, right? And then 369 will be overlapped over here. So 369. Okay, so perform the multiplication over here. This is nothing but 2, this is nothing but 5, and this is nothing but 8, right? So again I'll be getting 0 as answer, right? So output of this is nothing but 0, which is mentioned over here. So sum of products we are going to find out, right? Okay, now come to this point. Okay, so let me take the another color now. Over here now this is overlapped, so my new image will have this variable. Okay, now this 5 is overlapped on this particular 0 value. Again perform the multiplication and summation. This is going to give me 0, like that. Up to this it is going to give me value as 0 0, right? Then okay, then now next, for this particular pixel, now let us overlap this. Is that fine? Sorry, this is also coming into this picture. Okay, so let me clear all these okay. Now we have performed a operation on each of these pixels, right? Is that fine? Now let us perform operation on this, so that I must have this on which I am going to overlap this 5. Okay, so this is my pixel. For this value I'll be getting, so in a previous case it was all zeros, 5 zeros. Over here also it is 0, right? Then now overlap over this. So remember that whenever I'm going to overlap on this, now this is my new element, and remember that 1 will be multiplied with this 9 now. Are you getting it? So that I'll be getting answer as 1. Is that fine? 9. Okay. So over here I'll be getting answer as 9. Then I'm going to shift it. Now next is nothing but what? Now this is the overlapping. Are you getting it? Fine. Now these are the 3 rows and 3 columns, and 8 will be multiplied over here. Therefore the answer will be 8. Then after shifting that, I'll be getting answer as a 7 over here and then zeros. Is that fine? Okay. Now come to the next point. Okay, over here. Now this part is there. Okay, now this is my new element. Is that fine? So this is my new element on which I'm going to apply this process, right? So over here it will be 0. Is that fine? Okay. Now for this element, the 6 will be overlapping over here, right? So therefore I can write it over here 6, because rest of others are becoming 0. Okay. Now we are going to overlap 5 over this one. Okay. So definitely 5 multiplied by 1 is going to become 5 over here. Then if I'm going to multiply 5, or if I'm going to overlap this 5 on this particular pixel, then 4 is going to overlap on this 1, right? So therefore 4 multiplied by 1 is going to become 4, and likewise it will go on continuing, and then it will represent over here 3, because once I am going to overlap over here, so 3 will be overlapping over here, and then 1 into 3 is going to become 3. So this is the pixel value for this one. Are you getting it? Fine. Then this is going to become 2, this is going to become 1, sorry, this is not, this is 0, sorry. Is that fine? Okay. And finally you will be getting zeros like this. Okay. So this is nothing but your output image. Okay, rest of other padded zeros will be as it is. Okay, so you can keep it as that padded zeros or not, you can or you can remove those padded zeros, right? So this is nothing but our new modified image after performing filtering. Okay, and this is correlation type of filtering. Now let us go for the convolution. Okay, so convolution is nothing but what? We are going to rotate that filter mask. Okay, so right now my filter mask is nothing but 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9. Okay, I need to rotate this filter mask. Okay, so you need to keep the mirror over here, right, and over here. So let us say this is nothing but your mirror. These are the vertical and horizontal mirrors. Okay, so in previous case your one-dimensional data was there, so that's why you just simply taken the mirror image of your particular that one-dimensional data. But over here you must need to consider the origin, and then you are going to keep the mirror in a vertical and horizontal directions, and then you are going to replicate the particular values. Are you getting it? So that's why if I'm going to, let us first take the mirror image like this, 3 6 9. Okay, it will be as it is 2 5 8. Okay, and over here it is 1 6 1 4 7. And now let us take its image. Okay, so we have performed right now vertical 180-degree transformation. After that we have got this. Now let us take the horizontal 180-degree transformation. So therefore 987, then 654, and it is 321. Okay, so this is nothing but 180-degree horizontal and vertical transformed mask, right, for convolution. Okay, Fine. Now let us do this. So once you are going to compute the convolution, okay, so again you need to take the 0 padding. So 7 by 7 image will be there. Okay, so 6 and 7. Okay, 1 2 3 4 5 6 and 7, right? 1 2 3 4 5 6. Okay, so this is my 0 padded image. Are you getting it? Okay, onto which I'm going to apply this filter mask. 9 8 7 6 5, sorry, 6 5 4 3 2 1. Okay, now remember that as you are going to apply this mask on this particular image, starting from this particular point, okay, so 5 will be overlapped at this position. Okay, so all the values are zeros. Okay, so first column or first row is having all the values as zeros, right? Now on the, sorry, 5 zeros will be there. Okay, or I can consider only over here this much amount of data, because we are going to perform only on this particular data. Okay, so we are not going to perform over here, because if I want to perform over here, again I need to take the 0 padding, because I don't have these new values, so that I can overlap these 7 4 2 7 4 1 over here. Okay, fine, great. So for the first row I'll be getting 0 0 0, right? For this element, if I'm going to apply convolution, then at this position this one and this one will be get overlapped, and therefore for this particular element, sorry, it will be 0, sorry, up to this it will be there, right? Okay, so it will be 0, right? Whenever we are going, I'm going to come over this, I'll be getting 1 and 1 overlapped over here, so therefore I'll be getting 1. Then whenever I'm going to go for this element, I'll be overlapping with this 2, then 3 0 0, then this 4 will be overlapped, so 4 5 6 0 0, then 7 8 9 0, and likewise this is my output image after performing convolution. Okay, so remember this, these are the methods of correlation and convolutions that you might have studied in case of your digital signal processing, right? Those things we have used in case of your digital image processing, and these are the very fundamental steps which are there, which can be used for the filtering method. Okay, so based on this method we are going to perform the filtering operation onto that image. So this is a very simple image we have taken, in which only there is a single one intensity was there, right? But in case of our day-to-day life of real-time image processing, we don't have this kind of similar kind of example, so we need to go for we need to have different values, pixel values, and we are going to perform these operations, correlation and convolution methods, over which, and we are going to perform the filtering operation on that particular images. Okay, so in this lecture I will be concluding over here, and we'll continue in the next lecture.